you know, how did you, because you really portrayed that in a very poignant way on the film, did you have to tap into a parallel sense of struggle in your own life? What did you go to? What place did you have to visit in order to give us that kind of retching between innocence and choice?
Yeah, well, I thought a lot about when I was like 5 years old and I was going to kindergarten because I was a really overweight kid, and I didn't know what a bully was, and I was going to this really progressive school, and my dad explained to me what a bully was because there wasn't going to be any at my school, and it terrified me into this idea that I was going to be bullied. And to me, it was a lot like June's situation because I kind of always felt like he could come out to his parents and they would be fine with it. Like it was all this kind of self-induced anxiety that caused this self-loathing. So I really thought about that time in my life. And then another thing that I just simply did was I just took him out for a walk for an hour every day. You know, and that's where I found a lot of the physicality of it and these facial twitches and this stuff with his lips and just little things that pulled me into sensation, little pieces of behavior that pulled me into sensation, and that's really where it all kind of started.
And in terms of being pulled into sensation, the kind of physical demand of the part, or at least the physical expression, the choreography, if you will, of discomfort. How does that, you think, relate to young people who struggle in this generation versus, people in earlier generations where, coming out, it's not that it's not a matter of life and death now, we know it still is. We know that the inability to come to terms and to come to wrestle oneself into public expression of private reality, we know that's still the real deal. But relatively speaking, we've come a bit further now than we had even 10 years ago when this play was first written. Reflect for us, how you think there are either advantages to the time that's passed, or do you think there's still barriers that prevent people from really being honest?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like yes and no. I mean, whether you're gay or straight, there's certainly barriers that prevent people from being honest. I think, I do think that media has caused a certain acceptance of homosexuality. So many more, like our movement, like, gay figures in pop TV shows and stuff like that. I also think it's still hard. One thing that really pushed me to do the movie was a couple very close family members of mine are in the closet and have been like their whole lives. And I don't know if they're ever coming out. And I kind of looked at it as a way to maybe gain some modicum of understanding of what they've gone through, and that's definitely not easy. I don't think it's ever easy, but even really, I mean, yeah, it's definitely not, I don't believe that it would be easy to come out. I also don't think it's easy to be a 17-year-old, boy or girl. I remember I was pissed off all the time.
How old are you now?
23.
23.
I've calmed down a little bit. just a hair.